Hello everyone, been away for a while hasn't I? But never mind, I've got a Kingbolen K7 here now. A couple of weeks back, well a bit longer, maybe a month back, I asked my friend Young in Hong Kong to ship me a K8. But this brand Kingbolen, it's so popular that they've sold out the K8 and I didn't want to wait because what it is, we've still got the Toyota Auris petrol 2008 check engine light come on, and I needed a scan tool because all the ones I had, they're only for BMW. So he sent me the K7. Now I thought, the fault is gone by itself, but with it being a Toyota, the check engine light stays on. It's not like BMW with the healing counter. There we are, we've got the old Toyota fired up, and as you can see, that will not come out, that engine light. It must be peculiar to Toyota. I needed the K7. So I've already tested it. Very surprised. It's better than what I thought. I mean, I knew it was going to be good because Kingbolen stuff is good. K7. They say it's got a Type-C charger to charge this up. So any mobile charger will do. And you've got the usual USB output so you can actually send your files to computer. But I think you can do it wirelessly. It supports Wi-Fi, of course. Let's switch it on anyway. And you can have a look at it. The old Kingbolen. It's dead fast, this as well. And the reason I wanted it, and they sent it me for free, of course. That's why I've got the paid advertising thing in YouTube there. I wanted one so as I could work on my own stuff. Because what I can do with this, I can actually pair the oscilloscope to it. I'm going to see if they'll send me a two or a 4-channel scope. I don't know if they will because it's a bit expensive. And on this particular device as well. And by the way, if you've got a workshop, you can absolutely 100% run your garage business with this. You don't need anything more expensive.
The K7 really surprised me at just how many cars it covers. It has helped me diagnose a whole load of tricky jobs. Back to you, Ben.
Good thing is, what I like about this, it's got a screen recording function. You can just about see it there. Floating widget, if you like. You can kind of move it about and do what you want with it. Like that, look, see. You can move it and do what you want. And the good thing about that is when I'm doing my tutorial videos in the future, I can actually, rather than me trying to film with my iPhone the screen, I can just essentially pretty much show you the picture-in-picture of the live data, for example. We'll look at the live data on Toyota. I'll go through a couple of things on the Toyota. And like I said, with this, you've got the option with the modules. As you can see there, we've got everything we need for the future. We've got oscilloscope, Bluetooth battery tester, Bluetooth low energy, BLE, printer, video scope, and tyre pressure. Now, I've used the ThinkTool tyre pressure system. It's absolutely brilliant. The ThinkTool TPMS is one of the best on the market because it's so fast and it's so easy to use. I dare say the Kingbolen is very similar. I'd be very interested to actually acquire all of these packages, apart from the video scope. I'm not so bothered about that. But I do want to see what it's like with scope. I think that'll be nice once I get the oscilloscope going. And now what I could do here, I can do a screen recording. So I think I'll do a screen recording and I'll show you how that works. And I can do a picture-in-picture because otherwise it's going to be a pain in the bum. User manual. Very good user manual. Indeed. Android operating system. Nice to know. Full comms, Bluetooth with our dongle, which you'll see on the Toyota in a bit. USB expansion slot. What else have we got? So there you are. It's got a 1280 by 720 pixel screen, 7 inches, 6000 milliamp, 3.8 volt battery. It's pretty big, that, isn't it? 6,800 milliamp. Should get going for quite some time, that. Working environment, go down to -10 and up to 60 degrees. It's pretty good, isn't it? Or 50 degrees. It just gives you, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? But you don't need worry. If you get one, you don't have the manual. It's all on the device. It tells you what to do with the VIN scan and everything. So yeah, it's pretty comprehensive, isn't it? Let's be honest. File manager, you can find all your screenshots and screen recordings. It's just an Android system. 32 gig storage device. So it's 32 gig. It's pretty good because I know one of its competitors is nowhere near 32 gig. So again, the Kingbolen kicks absolute serious ass. What I don't like though, two things I don't like, and I have to give it a fair review. There's no slot to put this on the device. We need to make something, even a little, I don't know what, little pouch to put it there because it's not practical to keep getting it out the box every time. Because when you're in a garage environment, you just want it on the back. So that's one thing I don't like. And what I don't like as well is, as you can see on the screen now, I can never ever find the back button. But I find that if you just press the power button like that once, it goes back, as you can see on the screen. Then it gives you another back arrow. So don't forget, if you can't see a back arrow, just press that once, then a back arrow will come up. So it's very important you press it once. Don't hold it, just press the power button once and you'll do that. So what have we got? We've got updates. If I press that now, probably there'll be a load of updates there. We've got scan. That'll do an automatic scan. OBD for older stuff where there's no model. It'll just give you OBD PIDs and readiness codes and stuff like that. So it's pretty useful, isn't it, at the end of the day? Repair info. Now, yeah, square point of sale. What is that? Do we even know what square point of sale is? Run and grow your business. So basically that's some type of business thing, which I'm not particularly interested in. Chrome browser. That's pretty cool. So we've got Chrome. So you can go on the internet, just like a normal tablet, actually. We could try it. Should we try it? Let's go on YouTube. Let's go on my channel. Let's check that out. That should be quite interesting, shouldn't it? Let's go on my channel. Right, let's find my channel on YouTube and see how good this is. Let's look at Ben Johnson. Automotive fault finding. Got to move that widget out of the way. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Ben Johnson. Automotive fault finding. Should we just put Ben Johnson Automotive and see what happened? I'm there. Hey! It's quite fast as well. There we are. Wow. So there you are. There's my channel. God, I look awful there with my beard. I look much younger with a bit of a lighter beard, don't I? Right, good. So we're okay with that. Remember, there's no back arrow. So again, I'm going to click it once. And then we come out to YouTube. Let's click it again. And let's click it again. And let's click it again. How many times I need to click the bloody thing? And again. And that's it. So that's how we go back. Yahoo Mail, calculator. That's about it, really. What else have we got? We've got reset. As you can see, there's like just a load of things. They're just like kind of, how can I say, quick sort of access device. Oh, it's trying to connect on Bluetooth, so I can't show you really. It always gives you that handy little beep beep when so you don't forget the dongle in the car, because customer won't tell you, they'll just walk off with it, won't they? So there's a couple of them quick ones. Repair info. No Haynes on that. I'm disappointed there's no Haynes on it. I thought there'd be Haynes or some other type of thing, but there isn't any. But on the whole, it's fantastic. Update. Let's see if there's any updates available. There's a lot of updates. I'm not going to work on Changi, Cherry, or Demo, or Fengguang, or Dongfeng, but if I want to work on a Dongfeng, I've got an update for it. But what I have got an update for is BMW Rolls-Royce and Mini, which I do work a lot on, don't I? And Toyota, should we see? As you can see, it does every brand pretty much. So Toyota are pretty much up to date. Upgraded software. Okay, so wow, look at this. We've got AF reset. Don't know what that is. Air fuel. I don't know. ABS bleeding, adaptive lighting, AdBlue level calibration, Audi, Aston, by BYD. It's pretty handy. I can diagnose BYD with this. To be fair, EGR adaptation, Fiat Brazil. Yeah, there's a lot in there. There's a lot of Porsche. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So there's if I really wanted to do that, bearing in mind it's 32 gig memory, so you don't want to put everything on. You dare say whatever car you're working on, you'll find it pretty much. Yeah, not bad that, is it really? Let's be honest. Right, let's go outside now to something I recorded a couple of days ago, and let's go and look at wife's Toyota, and we can actually see in real time how this fares really, essentially. I admit, I'm not really, I'm not a Toyota expert. I don't really know jack shit about Toyotas really. I only like the basic stuff. Anyway, let's now, for the first time ever, get the scan tool on and see what the fault code is, and then erase it and show you how the scan tool works with screen record. Right, so I've sped this bit up. It isn't actually this fast. If you look at the time counter on the recording button, on the screen recording button, it's going up like Billy-O. Certainly more than 1 second at a time. Because it's a bit boring really, isn't it? All we're doing, we've plugged the dongle in the wireless dongle and we're just waiting for it to connect. Now, I've put this back to, as you can see, normal system speed, just so you can see how fast the machine is. It's pretty fast, actually. It's a pretty good machine, to be fair. So we have multiple options here. Health report and system scan. I don't often do health report. It's the same on ThinkTool and all the others. I don't really find it of any use. But health report's pretty good, actually, because it will actually give you a vehicle tree of all the connected components and stuff like that, which for things like other systems like BMWs where you've got multiple linked networks, it's nice to see all the networks kind of linked together like that, if you like. And obviously we've got things where they're not equipped. It will smartly tell you things which aren't equipped, so you don't sort of have to guess what's on the vehicle or not. It's pretty good actually, that, because you don't often get that with other manufacturers of not necessarily this type of equipment, like the older stuff on laptops, like Delphi and stuff. They wouldn't really tell you that a lot of the time. Anyway, so there we are. We've got ignition coil problems, and it looks like it's on, I think, number 1 cylinder maybe, is it? P0351, potentially. And it's basically, for some reason, it's done it 3 times. And like I said, it hasn't done it since. This was months ago, and it was just damp on the coil. So like I said, it's not going to be a fault-finding video. I'm just going to simply erase that. And it never came back after that anyway. Just damp because it was sat for 6 months outside, not running because we don't need the car anymore. We don't use the vehicle. So that basically erased it nice and fast, which was fantastic. And what I'll do now is I'll go and show you a little bit of live data. Just, some data stream example. See how fast it loaded that? I think that's pretty goddamn fast. So we've got some voltages there. Then I thought I'll click a couple of other popular sort of engine parameters, shall we say. For example, lambdas and catalyst temp and stuff like that. I did notice an anomaly with the cylinder speed, but that might be purely just because it doesn't support cylinder speed. So don't worry too much about that. It's the same on a lot of other scan tools. The scan tool doesn't know really that this particular model probably doesn't support that. However, it does support quite a lot of other things. So as you can see, we've got a massive amount of stuff to choose from, which if you think about fault finding, sometimes you can get fault codes, or you might get things that it's a vague fault code or there's no fault code at all, in which case you need to look at live data. Well, for me, there's more than enough live data there to kind of get an idea of what's going on. For example, we've got a complete catalyst monitor that's done its done its readiness check and everything's okay with that. Then we've got the voltage there. Voltage was a little bit low, wasn't it? 13.7, 13.8. Perhaps it's because the car's extremely old. Probably it's a little bit worn, the alternator. And you can change that degree, Fahrenheit to degrees C, if you so wish. It just happens to default to that. There you can see engine speed of the cylinder's not really working at all, is it? So I'm not so worried about that. I know we've got the knock values there. Crank angle, 22.062 degrees of crank angle. Knock feedback, -3 degrees of crank angle. So yeah, it's if you know what you're looking for, this type of data is invaluable. And you've always got graph form as well. You don't need to go on just, rely on purely numerical data. You can put it on graph form and you can actually merge the graphs. You can combine the graphs as well and stuff like that. So we'll have a look at that now, I think. And also you can look at the readiness data as well on here, whether the readiness is completed or not. And on this particular car, there's only 1 readiness completed and 10 not supported, because it is an old car, and it shows you it's ISO 15765 CAN bus as well. So again, it gives you the CAN bus data, which is handy, isn't it? You see how fast it got into that then. So now we're in the multi-mode transmission MMT, because it's semi-automatic. It's a manual gearbox with an automatic actuation system, a little box on top. But we can actually look at important things, because they do go wrongly, because Peugeot used exactly the same system. I used to fix Peugeots. And to fix them, I needed a lot of data to get things working proper. For example, accelerator pedal angle. You have to test and check things like clutch progressivity and stuff, teaching the clutch bite point and stuff. So for data like this, it's invaluable. And there's a lot of stuff on there, not just for the engine. And that really, to me, is pretty damn good, actually, if you think about it. For example, the brake system, we've got no fault codes, but I do recall some issues with the ABS light coming on every now and then. And if we look at this, presto, we've got all the data there. We can look at the status of the wheel speed sensors and the direction and stuff like that. And number of DTC 0. But what's interesting about this is it does show past errors, which was something it's quite interesting to me, that, because I don't really see that on BMW. Unless if they've been erased, they've been erased. Well, this particular one does have ABS history, which is really nice. I'm new on Toyotas. I don't do much on them, but on BMW, Yeah, there is a history, but if it's been erased, there is no history really, other than check control messages. But if you look at that, it tells you again, freeze frame data of what happened, when it happened, how fast the car was going and stuff like that. Vehicle speed grade, 9.65 feet per second squared. So yeah, it's crazy good really if you think about it, the amount of data what you can get out of this little tool. It's well worth the money. And, you know, this is going to be the tool I'm going to use to do a lot of jobs now in the future. So, yeah, I'm more than made up with this tool. Right, so we're going to have a real world test now. It's about -6 outside, a little bit of snow. I've got the Kingbolen. You can see now what I mean about the dongle. There's nowhere to put it. But it's a brilliant tool. It's frigging brilliant. Don't let that little thing put you off. It's $300 frigging. I mean, when I started this job, not even that 20 years ago, you couldn't get anything like this for less than $2,000. Now it's like less than $300. Are you kidding me or what? Like I said, I believe in real world conditions. So there you are. It's a bit parky, isn't it? Let's hope the car's actually working. Because, you know, I've had a few battery issues with it. Right, let's get in. Is the handle stuck? No, it isn't. Right, let's get into the old Toyota. And it's bloody freezing. Let's fire it up, keep nice and warm, and then see what happens. It's a bit parky, but I did say I'd do a real world test of this, because if you're going to be buying this for yourself, battery voltage is dropping, you see that then? Oi, oi, oi. That's -5 now. Right, let's get the dongle in. If you're going to do a real world test, you might as well do a real world test, right? Otherwise, there's no point messing around, is there? Let's get our Kingbolen dongle. K7 dongle. And I think Toyota, it's down here somewhere. Just hear it beep there now. Let's turn the old Kingbolen on. Yeah, we've got a battery issue with this, haven't we? I don't know if it's actually the battery itself or if it's just an issue with essentially a battery drain. I think there's a battery drain, a parasitic drain. That'll be good if there's, because I can make a video about that, can't I? Tell you one thing, it's bloody cold, that's for sure. Heated seats on it, on the bloody thing. Just let the Kingbolen boot up. I've had it switched off for a while. By the way, I've put on the video too, you do get lifetime free upgrades for this, which is good. Right, so let me show you how it works. So we go on to scan. Do you know what I might do with this instead of doing a screen record like I said I was going to do? Let's just do it this way. It's going to be so much easier, don't you think? Let's put it there on my legs. Toyota. So it's connecting to Bluetooth automatically, which is nice, isn't it? And pretty much it should find it, I guess. Right, automatic search. Let's do that. It's going to search all the vehicle systems on the car now. See, it's pretty fast, right? It's Auris, it's Turkey, I happen to know that, without smart key. It's MMT. And there we are, it's got all our data there. That's pretty damn good, isn't it? So we can press OK. OK. And now we're going to just mess about with it. It's pretty fast, right? Health report. It's very fast. On BMWs it might be a bit slower because they're more complex, but yeah, it's pretty good. This, you see now why I don't like the health report on any of these models. I just don't like the layout of it. It's like this on most of them, and it's just not my cup of tea at all, frankly. But it just tells you, power steering there, look. Probably because I would say there's an issue with the battery voltage, I'm guessing. I bet it says under voltage on there, doesn't it? How much do you want to bet? It's a bit of a shitter really, isn't it, let's be honest. Aircon fault, and a fault with what? Some steering. Let's have a look at that. EMPS. Electronic motor power steering. Lost comms with ECM. CAN bus fault. Shit, that's not good, is it? I guess that's probably because it's got a battery voltage issue. So we've got a CAN bus fault there, haven't we? We can look at data stream of that, can't we? There's lots of things. Power supply, motor current, motor voltage. There's lots of stuff really we can look at there.
Let's look at that. 13. It's not really charging very well, this car. You know, either we've got a voltage drop on this Toyota, or the alternator's buggered, because that ain't charging, mate, is it? That's 13.5 volts at -5. It should be well over 14 volts there. It was 13.7 the other day, if you recall, from the live data. Motor voltage 27 volts. I don't know if that can't be right, can it? I think that's a bit better. I've actually turned off the light. Maybe you can see it a bit better now. I'm not too worried about that. Let's clear the fault memory on it. I think it's battery voltage related, that CAN bus fault, because there's obviously an issue in the special function. Torque sensor adjustment, abnormal operation history. You can do a lot with this, you know, really. Welcome to the abnormal operation utility. Low power recorded, overheat recorded, engine rev into something recorded. Let's clear that data. There's more on here than on BMWs. You don't normally get this much stuff on BMWs, really. So it's pretty good, isn't it? What else have we got on here? Air conditioning fault. Again, I must be under voltage, surely to God. Ah, Jesus. Pressure sensor. Abnormal refrigerant pressure. Shit. Opening pressure sensor circuit. That's not good, is it? It's current fault. Jesus. Again, I think that might be battery voltage related, because if it was faulty, we'd have an issue. Won't we? Look at data stream on that. This is what we're on to now, a fault finding job, and I didn't plan on this really. Let's look at the pressure sensor. Have we got anything else? No, just pressure sensor. Control current. So regulate, it might be a swash plate system on this. I'm no idea. I don't see anything at all there for compressor mode. I don't see anything for clutch, do you? So I guess it's a swash plate system, variable displacement. Regulator pressure sensor. I don't like megapascals gauge, so let's do something different than that. Let's do something different than megapascals gauge. I think we can do that. If we go back now, I thought I might be able to change the unit of measurement, megapascals. I'm not keen on that. Right, let's turn on air conditioning, which is that one. Let's see if it has an effect. It's not done jack shit. So maybe we've got a leaking air conditioning system, or we've got a knackered compressor. Maybe there's no gas in it. I can easily check that, can't I, by just putting a screwdriver in the refilling port and watching my eyes, you know. Actuation test, what have we got? We've got a lot there, but we've got nothing. Magnetic clutch clutch relay. If it's got a magnetic clutch, we can do that, that's for sure. That's okay, isn't it? So let's come out of this completely, because I told you I don't like that. I prefer a system scan. And then I just prefer to do a system scan. This is just how I use these type of tools. Again, notice how fast it is. It's pretty damn fast, isn't it? I just don't think you'll get anything for $300 out there that's as good as this. If you think the launch one I had before, which I've still got, it's locked to BMW, essentially. And not only is it locked to BMW, it doesn't do any of the manufacture, but it's wired, and that's €200. I think now it's a bit less. So I don't understand. I don't think you'll get anything this cheap anywhere, really, on the market. So it's just saying it's equipped, but you'd have to go into them to see what the situation was. You can do, obviously, system selection and go into individual system. That'll detect all the different service functions, you know, like if you need to reset stuff and stuff like that. So this will tell you on each system what you can and can't reset, essentially. which is pretty good, isn't it, if you think about it? So that's pretty good. So there we are. There's not much, is there? Gearbox relearn, which is good because it's multi-mode transmission. Steering angle reset, which is handy. ABS bleeding, that's good. Right, let's look at what else. Customise setting. Let's see what that does. It's idling quite high because it's still cold as well, isn't it? What else have we got on here? To be honest, there's that many functions on it. I could do like a 2-hour video on it at least. Security door lock, wireless door lock, air conditioner. Let's see what's on air conditioning. Customizing data. I don't know if this is like sort of programming, not programming, coding. Maybe some sort of coding what you can do. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, the evaporator, compressor mode, set temperature shift, compressor mode, automatic. Okay, so you can actually do some sort of coding on here, which is handy, isn't it? What else have we got? Ambient temperature shift. Function to control the shifted ambient temp against the display ambient temp. Normal shift. So this is pretty good, actually. Evaporator control. Automatic. So yeah, you can actually modify this and change it, I guess. There's certain things you can do. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. Need to see if I can sort of change that. Atmospheric pressure. I'm pretty sure if you do that you can change it, or you should be able to have a drop down menu there and change it, I'm pretty sure. So I'll have to learn how to do that. Anyway, 15 psi atmospheric pressure. It's 14.7 psi, isn't it, to 1 bar, so it's pretty high, isn't it, that really? Coolant temp. Misfire, long-term fuel trim minus 10%. You know, it doesn't surprise me it's trying to reduce the fueling on this, you know, because I do think it's got leaking injectors. Look at the short-term fuel trim as well. We've got issues with this, haven't we, with this car? It's not fueling so good. It always stinks of petrol, this, you know. So yeah, there is issues with fuel trim, isn't there? Battery voltage is too low as well, look. So yeah, there's a lot of problems with this, isn't there? I think we need to look at the battery voltage. Maybe the battery's goosed itself because it is old. So we need to look at that, don't we? We can graph them as well. We can combine them into one graph, if you like. Maximum 4 data streams on this particular one. So we can combine them into one big graph like that. Now, I'm not really a fan of that unless it's something related. But still, it's not bad, is it? See, the atmospheric pressure should stay the same, but the fuel trim will change as I'm revving it, of course. And the intake will change as well. Fuel ratio is 1, lambda 1, of course, target. Let's come out of that and let's look at something else, maybe. Let's look at calculated load, coolant temp. Oh man, there's so many. Let's look at throttles. Throttle duty. You can hear obviously it's responding with the current. You can see the current, throttle current as well. That could be quite an interesting bit of live data, that, you know. So let's look at the throttle motor current. So when we rev it, we can look at the current. It's doing some twittering, that, isn't it? But this is kind of live data, what you need, and this is really invaluable. See that initial drop in current there, and then it's dropping down, then it's going up. It's very accurate, that. If that's as accurate as what it is, then that's a very good display, isn't it, for throttle current? Again, all useful things for fault finding, aren't they? Throttle position, feedback. Pretty good. That's pretty good for throttle feedback, isn't it? So there you are. That's about it. I thought I'd do a nighttime test just to show you, like, you know, it's not like that it can cope with like bad weather, which it can clearly. And as you could see, some good live data. I only have one criticism. There's nowhere to store that, and you're not always going to want to carry that big box with you. But, you know, that's my only criticism. Other than that, I'm really glad I've got it. This will be a tool I'll use because it's really good, and I think I can trust the data on it. So there's a link in the description there. They've got an offer on at the moment, so make sure you click it and you'll save a little bit of money on that. I think it might be 50 euros or something you can save. And one thing I'll say about Kingbolen is they've got really good logistics. So if you're in Europe, you'll get it very fast. They've got a central warehouse in Germany, so it's not coming from China. So if you're in the UK or Europe, don't worry about it coming like it's like something from Temu or Alibaba where it might take 2 weeks to a month. You'll get this pretty fast. I got it within about 5 days or 4 days after Young sent it me. Normal delivery as well, nothing fancy, nothing. It was just normal parcel company, normal postal service. So, you know, I dare say it's be the same for you guys and gals. If you like that video, a bit long, but it's a promotion video for this. So I will be bringing more fault finding stuff out now. I've got a lot more time on my hands, let's just put it one way. So I will be bringing out some more content. And if you want to join as a member, please consider joining, because it really helps me pay me bills, but it also helps me, you know, buy tools and stuff that I need to do in all my tutorials. See you all soon, and make sure you buy this. This is frigging absolutely, for that price, the best on the market.